Hello everyone, in this video we'll be covering the basics of Goku. Goku is the main character of the Dragon Ball franchise and therefore he's a pretty simple character meant for beginners to pick him up and understand the game pretty fast. However, he's also a great character for experienced players. He's a very solid character that can play either rushdown style, he can play a more lane game. He has the tools for every situation, coupled with some great normals and some great damage to boot, along with some other nice gimmicks. Now, let's go into him. Let's talk about his normals first. Goku's normals are really standard. You will see he has pretty much a very basic toolset of normals. His jab is actually pretty active. I've beaten some normals with this pretty well, and same with his crouching L. Now the problem with his L is that the crouching one is not a low, so I'm gonna set the dummy to block everything, and I'm gonna set them to switch the guard. So they're standing and they can block the standing. If they get hit by a low, they get hit there. But as you can see, this L right here is not low. However, it's a great starting pressure tool. You can do this and then go for your auto combo. Because this is not a low, doing this string right here and then confirm it into either a combo or just keep the pressure going is something really valid with Goku, because he doesn't really have a low to begin with. Now his auto combo is pretty standard. You honestly you don't have much use for it in combos or anything. You're gonna use this if you're a beginner player and you don't know any combos, but hopefully this video will help you out with that. Now going to his medium normal. His mediums are where Goku starts to shine. His standing medium covers some nice range, it's one of his best pokes, and it's the same with crouching medium. Now, or 2M, or whatever you wanna call it. Now, crouching medium, right here, is a great combo starter. You usually go into your air series with this. Oh boy, you'll go into your air series with this, so that's really nice. It's easy to confirm as well. You don't have to do this, you don't have to do two medium standing medium immediately. You can just do it and then wait to see if you confirm it or not. And this works as either frame trap or just like a combo starter. Now his overhead is just the same as everyone else. It's a universal overhead. You can't combo Battlefield outside of sparkling unless you use an assist or you do it meaty. Now his heavy buttons. Standing heavy is a really good poke actually. Covers a lot of space. It's a solid ground starter as well. They can jump over that ground start, but so can most people's ground starter or normals. But as you can see, it covers some nice range. It's pretty easy to hit confirming to Vanish if you actually hit with this. So you can get your combo going. Oh my god, I'm dropping basic combos. There we go. So it's honestly a nice normal. And last but not least, we got his crouching edge. Now his crouching edge is what you see. It's your anti-air tool. When you see someone super dashing at you, you stuff them out with this baby and you start your combo. As you can see here. Other than that, you may want to let's set this here. You can end your strings with this if you want to. If you want to go, if you end your strings with this, you can go into something safe with your Hurricane Kick. We'll be going that really soon, and that's when you call assist. But let's get into that later. Other than that, one really good thing about his launcher or his 2H is that if you actually time this well, if you snap someone out and you actually time this really well, no, you'll actually cross the map with this. Let's show this in slow-mo. There we go, you'll actually cross the map, so it's a really cute mix-up tool once you get that tagging going. Onto his Ki Blast, he has a bunch of them. The regular one is a pretty standard Ki Blast wave. It's honestly one of the best in the game. It's really easy to hit confirm into big damage, or as much damage as you can get. And his crouching, you saw it right there in the combo. His crouching Ki Blast is actually a pretty nice anti-air tool. Of course, if your opponent is super dashing, these two buttons right here don't do much. But once you anti-air the super dash and establish some actual offense, this button right here does wonders. If you can actually option select it, because what I'm doing here is I'm pressing. If in case you don't know, an option select is when you do when you do something, when you do an input after one of your normals, and depending on the situation it either comes out or not. So you're basically covering different situations depending on what's happening. So let's set the dummy to block and to jump. Actually, let's not make them block. Let's just make it jump. So if you hit with this and it doesn't hit, but you do, but you press super dash right after, nothing will happen and you'll be pretty safe. If you actually hit them with this, you'll do your super dash and you can confirm it into combo. So that's really nice about it. So as I was saying, this is not only a great mix-up, a great like anti-air tool, it's also really nice for combos. Like for example, I'm gonna shoot here, I'm gonna do my Kamehameha, and I'm gonna do my Vanish. Now usually when Goku does this, he kinda carries the risk of crossing the opponent up. What I mean is like he will end up on the other side after landing his standing million punch, and that makes confirming this combo kinda awkward sometimes. I'm trying to get the situation going, if not you can just imagine it. I'm gonna try one more time. Not again. Well, but what you can do with this normal with 2S right here is that after landing this you do 2S, and even if you cross the map, 2S into super dash will just continue the combo without you having to worry about jumping into the correct direction. So it's something really nice you can do with it. Now onto his jumping normals. Jumping L is pretty standard, not much to talk about here, mostly combo filler or landing after this. Now his jumping M is a really good R2R tool while also being a solid jumping once you get them to block. In neutral you're gonna be mostly using jump H as your block string, but once you get them on the ground and they're like knocked down, you can do jump M into jump A. Jump M into jump L. Now jump H is your main combo ender at some situations. It's also like your main jumping, and that's about it, not much else to say. And finally we got his key blast in the air, jump S. Jump S is using some combos, it's actually a really important combo tool, but also it can be using some pressure as well. And that's it for the normals. Now let's cover some of his specials. Goku's specials are pretty simple. We got the overhead punch. The overhead punch, let's do this. It has to be blocked high, as you can see there. Now let's make them block everything. Oh, I put it on random. It has to be blocked high, and it's actually a pretty fast overhead, and it has a really good reach. It's also safe. Like they can't punish you after this, and the same story goes with the medium overhead punch. It can also be done in the air for some air footsies as well, and this is also a really important combo tool that we're gonna talk about actually right now. So the light version of his overhead punch always produces a sliding knockdown when you hit them out of the air. So for example, let's put the situation. If you land your standing heavy, with all characters, you won't get your sliding knockdown after you land your air heavy, because you need to do a launcher for that. However, with Goku, if you do his overhead punch, you'll actually get a sliding knockdown, allowing you for more stable Okiseme, and just more stable pressure overall. This is something very unique to Goku. Not many characters can do this everywhere. Goku can get a sliding knockdown out of any combo situation everywhere on the screen. So let's say, we haven't talked about this idea yet, but you land a Kamehameha, oh, excuse me, you land a Kamehameha, you do the combo, and it doesn't matter where you are, you'll get the sliding knockdown. You do it mid-screen, let's try it again. Oh. Sliding knockdown. It's not the most damage, but you get a nice setup, and that's what's really important about this move, and one of the things that makes Goku so great, and why I pick him over Goku Black. Now, the EX overhead punch, it's a teleporting punch that will truck the opponent fucking everywhere. I mean it. You're over here, you're not in their face. It's a really nice tool to catch the opponent by surprise. They usually won't see this one coming. Of course, it can be stopped by normals and just by everything with a lot of active frames, but for the most part, actually this is safe, by the way. It's a safe tool to throw around, and if you have an extra meter, you throw that Kamehameha in there, which is pretty easy to confirm, because if they block this, you actually don't get the cinematic. So what you do is you wait for the cinematic to happen, and if you land it, You go for your Kamehameha, and it's not a lot of damage for 2 bars, but if you can get the kill with this, it's totally worth it. Now let's talk about his Shuriken Kick. This is mostly combo fodder. The EX version I'm gonna talk about it first because I don't find it really that useful. It gives you some nice combos mid-screen, but honestly for a bar, you can do... oh boy. Honestly for a bar, you can do much better than this, so I will honestly just avoid doing this at all. Now, the light version is a good way to end your block strings and calling your assist. So what you're gonna do here is I'm gonna do like a nice block string. I see that they blocked it, so I'm gonna call the cheetah to cover my ass off and keep my pressure going. It's really nice. It's honestly, that's how it. You won't be seeing it in combos that much either. Now the medium version is where the move starts to shine. Mid-screen it doesn't get much, but on the corner is part of Goku's most damaging combos. So let's get to the corner right now. Let's make the opponent block. By the way, I'm gonna show you all the combos again at the end of the video, and the notations are in the description, so keep that in mind. So it's a pretty cool looking combo that gives you hard knockdown despite not using your launcher, because Goku's stupid like that. Finally, we talk about his most obscure move. Many people don't know about this one. I'm surprised it's even in the game, honestly, the Kamehameha. Now, all joking aside, the Kamehameha is what it looks like is a beam that is pretty to confirm into Vanish to get a nice situation going. It can be done in the air as well. Same with the Shuriken Kick, by the way. And it can also be aimed, so if you do it on the ground you can aim it upwards, and if you do it on the air you can aim it downwards. So this gives Goku a lot of... he can play around like from full screen pretty easily with his Kamehameha. It's usually pretty safe to throw up, unless like the opponent's in the air and they just have to super dash at you, they may bait you with this. But also it beats super dashes, by the way, like most big projectiles. I'm gonna wait, let me set the buttons here. There we go. So, actually, let me do this. There we go. So this will be their opponent's super dash, but if they aim it at like a higher angle, this will actually get you, like, they can actually start a combo and they will hit you out of it. So that's something to keep in mind. But as I was saying, he can aim it upwards or downwards in the air. Now the upwards version, there's not much use to this at all. It's kind of like a hard grid. It can be kind of risky to throw around, so be careful with this. The downward version is actually pretty nice since it covers a nice angle. Oh, excuse me. There we go. But for the most part, this is a safe-ish zoning tool that can be confirmed into solid damage, and just gives Goku full screen presence, which is kind of important in this game. Now that's all of his specials. Let's talk about his supers. Goku supers are all pretty simplistic, I guess that's the word. They're all pretty simple, really. It's the Kamehameha, but they all, just like the regular version of the Kamehameha, it can either be aimed up, the air version can be aimed down, and he also has, with the use of heavy and the special button, he has a teleporting version of the Kamehameha. These are all useful for very different reasons. Now, let's go on to the regular one. This is mostly like, you can use this to punish a beam that the opponent is throwing just to end combos. But what I do with this one is I usually use the air into down version to end combos, because it gives you a knockdown, which is pretty surprising. So what I'm gonna do here is like, I'm gonna show it to you. How can I do this? Let's do it like this. So if you end this with this move right here, actually I know a video version of this right now. So if you end this with this move, you'll see that they pop up of the air. Now, if you end it with the downwards Kamehameha, they actually pop back in on the ground, giving you a better knockdown, and even better in DHC situations or C-chain situations, whatever you wanna call that. You'll still get the hard knockdown if your super doesn't have a lot of, it's not super active. Like, I'm gonna do it with Vegeta as well. If you do this with someone like Beerus or Kid Buu, you're definitely not gonna get the knockdown. Oh, I didn't aim it down. I'm not gonna, excuse me. Let me try that. If you do it with Vegeta, you'll get the hard knockdown as well, making this a pretty useful super overall. Also, if you land this after an air launcher, like I'm gonna show you right now, you can actually use your teleporting Kamehameha. Oh, I fucked it up, excuse me. To get an extra Kamehameha going. So Goku actually gets a 2-bar combo on his own. Not many other characters can do this. Only like Beerus, I think, and Trunks under some situations. But that's something else that makes Goku very special and very damaging on his own. He doesn't really need, because he has the Kamehameha to cover space, and over here he can use the overhead punches to get in, like this. He doesn't really need assist to back him up. His neutral game is pretty complete on his own. Now there's the level 3, so the level 3 is teleporting strike. He becomes Super Saiyan 3, he goes even further beyond, and he blasts you away with a Kamehameha. Now, this is mostly a combo ender if you want to kill the opponent and you have no DHC situation going on, but it's also a solid reversal. It's actually, I lied, it's not solid, it's kind of a shitty reversal compared to our level 3s, mostly because in some situations the teleport can whiff. However, what this move is also really good at is you react to the opponent using either a Kamehameha or like Vegeta's Ki Blast over here, and you punish them with this. Let me show you again. You can do this pretty late. This is a pretty easy reaction from Midscreen. And that's a nice 40%, like 45% damage punish right there. 42% damage punish. So in some situations, if they are low on health and they're afraid of tagging in because you're gonna anti-air them with your 2H, and they like throw a beam or something just to play neutral, you can totally punish them with your level 3 here. That's something very, not unique about this, but it's something really cool about this move. The other moves can't really do because they're not as fast, so they don't track the opponent as well. Now, when they're on the air though, how can I show this? I know. You should always track them in the ground, so keep that in mind, especially for DHCs in which you are DHCing into Goku. Or just C-tagging into Goku again, whatever you wanna call it. And that's it for his supers and all of his moves. Let's just talk about his general game plan. Honestly, Goku is pretty simple. When he's around here, you wanna be poking around with your mediums. Oh, excuse me. Oh boy. You're gonna be poking around with his mediums. I do need a max range and therefore fucking up the combo. Amazing. But as I was saying, once you're around here, you wanna be poking around with his mediums. If you're afraid of this situation happening right there, you can just go for this string right here, and because he's Goku, he'll get the hard knockdown. Once you're like up close, he does what any character can do. You pressure them up with your normals, calling assist to keep the pressure going, and just mix them up if you can. Go for your overhead into assist to get a combo, etc. It's all his mix-ups in his pressure game is pretty basic because of his pretty basic moveset. Now once you're over here, Kamehameha becomes a better tool. If you make them afraid of dashing, you can throw in some Ki Blast as well. And if they're gonna like, anyways, hopefully that works. And if you see them like, if you think they're gonna like super dash through them, oh wait, a little bit early. You can 2H them, so it's a nice weight. They can also both the Kamehameha and the Ki Blast can be both be confirming to Vanish for a hard knockdown with your overhead punch. So that's really good as well. As I mentioned before, his pressure is really basic, and honestly, his whole game. Once he's over here, mostly, again, your main getting tools, you can just dash in and do a medium. You can like stay in the air, try to bait someone with a Kamehameha, try to bait them in the air. Use your overhead punch because it's honestly a pretty fast way to get in as well, and it's safe, which is really important. And you have to block it high. Now they're not gonna be blocking lower here a lot, but it's also a nice added bonus that he has. And that's pretty much it, you know. You kinda have to use all of the tools he has at his advantage. And because Goku just covers a lot of angles, he has a very complete moveset on his own. The only thing he's really missing is an invincible reversal, but not a lot of characters have this unless you want to use 3 bars, you know. Only like 5 characters have invincible reversals in this game. So Goku is honestly just a really solid, really complete character that fits in every team. Now we didn't talk about one last aspect of Goku, and it's his assist. The beam assist is one of the best in the game. The Kamehameha is a great control space tool. It will beat their super dash. It does out of 5 hits, so it's pretty easy to like follow it up and then continue your pressure going. It's a good turn enable. You land this, they block it, and now it's your turn. They have to block what's coming at them. It's also really great again during mix-ups. Oh, excuse me. Just to like keep the pressure going like that, it's really good for that as well. It's great for combo extending in the corner. I'm gonna show it to you again. Let me... It's pretty easy to extend out of this, in the corner at least. So it's honestly an amazing assist, one of the best in the game, and another reason why you should play Goku. Because of this, Goku's an amazing second. He's a pretty fantastic anchor because of his complete moveset and his great damage output thanks to being able to combo into 2 level 1 supers, along with some added nice pressure he gets in Sparkling. And he's also a great point because he plays well with assists even he doesn't need them, and he just has such a great neutral that it's easy for him to set up situations in which you keep the opponent under your control. Now let's go on to some combos. Goku's combos, for the most part, you always wanna end into the Kiblas into overhead punch. Now, your very basic combo mid-screen is gonna be try to get a string into crouching M, standing M, like most characters. Go for an air combo into a launcher. Keep the loop going for a second, and on your last jump, you make sure to hit them with the overhead punch, and you go back into their face. So let me show you again. I'll remind you that the inputs are in the video description. Now, what happens if you have like a more awkward situation, like they didn't block your low but you use your standing medium already, so you do this. You can still combo into your overhead punch, no problem. Out of a Vanish, it's the same situation, except you're gonna be using your down key blast, and you're gonna be coming into the overhead punch. Everything mid-screen is pretty samey, there's not much else going on. Now, once we are in the corner, his combo route changes just a little bit. You wanna combo into your Hurricane Kick right here. I don't know what. Let's see. What's the actual name of it? I'm curious. The Flurry Kick. Hurricane Kick is cool. So you wanna be combo into this, and depending if you combo into this out of this or out of this, your follow-ups are gonna be different. Now, if you do this, just go for just go for your medium, and then end your combo with your head punch. Now, if you combo it out of standing M to M, you actually get a nice combo extension like this. You do 2M, 5H, down key blast, and you end your combo. Honestly, it's not worth going for combos, for Vanish combos with Goku once you are mid combo, just cause you use a bar. Only do it like if you are sure you're gonna kill them, and that's how it is. Oh fuck, I'm fucking up real hard. Whatever, it's fine. So let me, you kinda get the idea. This video is starting to get too long now. And honestly, that's it for his combos. If you wanna add a super into it, like just make sure in the corner. Excuse me. Whatever. Just make sure that in the corner you almost land, and then you do Kamehameha, you aim it down, and you have your hard knockdown there. So that's really good. And outside of the corner, you can either go for this. You can go for this also. You won't get much of this hard knockdown, sadly. But if you have an extra bar, you can use teleporting Kamehameha and you blast them into space again. If you need to make sure you get the kill you thought you were gonna kill with this move right here, but you didn't, just do the teleporting one immediately and you get the combo as well. And that's how it for Goku's combo game and just Goku in general. If you want something basic but really effective, or something to learn the game with, Goku is an amazing character. He has a great assist, he's really on his own. Oh, just to get this out of the way, let's talk about Sparking Blast for a second. In Sparking Blast, Goku gets to jump cancel his normal speed on block, making his pressure much scarier. He gets to either Vanish his overhead Midscreen, or just air dash canceling it into his medium to continue combo. Oh. Excuse me. Come on. Well, I dropped it there, but you kinda get the idea. Also, he gets access to a nice little loop. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. And he gets access to this nice little loop. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Really? There we go. He can jump cancel. He can back jump cancel his standing medium punch. Then dash cancel the Ki Blast, and then do a jump medium into another Ki Blast to get the combo go. Oh boy. Come on. Okay, that was awkward, but hey, we're here. In the corner, he also gets another loop. And it's this one right that I'm gonna show you right now. So you activate and you do crouching M, jump back, do the same combo that you do in the other loop, and then once you land, you're gonna do standing medium punch and continue combo. I'm gonna show you right now. Oh, excuse me. Just like that, which is really nice to get like a killer combo going. So you land a hit on them on the corner. And you fuck them up. And that's it for Goku. Again, I remind you that the combo annotations are in the video description. I hope you have a great time with him. He's one of my favorite characters. I honestly prefer him over Goku Black. But I talk about that on my other video on my channel, the Goku versus Goku Black video, which you should check out because it's really cool. And that's gonna be it for Goku. I got more videos coming. Tell me which character do you guys want to see in here. I can do one for most characters. Maybe not Ginyu, maybe not Hit, but for most characters I can give you a pretty basic breakdown of what you should be doing. I'll probably be doing Vegeta just because of the assist. People are gonna be using him a lot, but after that it's the Wild West, so feel free to tell me what you need, what character you want. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of this content, and I hope you have a great time. See you around.